it has been 4 months since my last video. So how did this happen? Let's take a look at what went wrong and what I learned from that. Let's go back to the end of my last video and go explore from there what went wrong. I started to play around with the control of the servo motors together with the robotic arm. I tried to write a script that would basically rotate the servo smoothly so they wouldn't whip the arm completely over to one side and throw him off the balance because they would use full power. I tried around with that a bit. While doing that, I broke 2 servos of mine because I didn't really power them with the right voltage. So I used just the Arduino voltage, which is 5 volt, for testing, but it would take 7.4 volts I think to power them, which would require me to use external power, and when I tried to test it, it would just be a mess of cables, and I just tried to tried to not use as much time to test it, which resulted in me breaking 2 servos because they got stuck in a position where they couldn't really recover from. I think I fixed that now, or found a solution for that by basically powering them up with the right amount of voltage this time. And I think one, I repaired him by that because he could recover to the normal state where he could go back and forth. But the second one was just broken and I don't have any idea how to fix him. But at that time I tried everything, I couldn't figure anything out, and this would cause me to buy 2 new servos, and without them, because I only had 3 to test them, I basically couldn't work anymore on the robotic arm itself because the servos were broken and they're the most important part on the robotic arm. Without them he couldn't really move. So this was 2 weeks I couldn't work on that. Then there's also the 3D printing part that I could do. So there are rails that I need for the balls to slide down, and I tried around with that for a bit, for 2-3 days, and got a few tests. I think at that time I made the bottom of the rails where the balls would be picked up. It worked okay, it worked well, but then I tried to go up from there, so scaling up the rails so that I can move the servo from the bottom, or move the ball from the bottom and put them at the top so they would roll down. And there, for some reason, I didn't check the 3D printer after I set them to a 2-hour long printing job. I didn't check it after like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, which caused the 3D printer. There was in the start, I don't know if the filament broke or anything. For some reason it was just running dry, which caused the nozzle to overheat without anything cooling it down being in there. So for some reason it just broke in there, which caused the whole 3D printer to not, or get stuck in there, and I had to replace the heating nozzle. At that time I had a spare heating nozzle. I tried to put that on and I broke the screwing thing, the screw that I had to put in there, so the nozzle itself, and I tried to do it by force, and I broke the second heating nozzle that I had. So that was also another 2 weeks for the new heating element to come or be shipped to me that would fit my printer. After the new nozzle arrived, I tried around with that also, and that's like a month ago because I was just not feeling it. I was really down because all the plans that I had for 2 weeks, I basically couldn't do a video because I only did designing and a bit of programming. And there I also went on holidays for a week, which after that I was even less motivated because nothing had worked. And also one big part was that I really didn't design the project as well or manage the project at all. I just watched a lot of videos before and while making the robotic arm, and just did it. Yeah, I want to do that and that. You can see it from my old streams. I didn't really have an idea. I made some sketches and then just started working on it, which in the start is really fun and probably is faster than planning out everything. But at least a Trello board or anything, a Kanban board that would just show me, yeah, I'm on that step and I have those things that I could do. I had this all in my mind, I thought, and in the end I didn't really, which then caused me to do shit. So also a big part that I didn't really manage my projects, and then because there was no project management, the whole arm was falling together. I couldn't really do videos for 2 weeks because I had nothing really to work on. Probably also a cope because there was a lot of stuff, but I was just down and wasn't feeling it. And then a really big part of me, because I didn't upload, was that I had the shiny object syndrome. I found a lot of videos, so basically I'm doing an apprenticeship, and there I am a software developer. And if you look at the past of my channel, I also have been working on games for almost 4 years by now, or in solo developing games. That's how I got to programming, and I just had the need to program a bit because I wasn't really doing that for a while, which is not the best thing if I want to do a robotics project, and the programming was just not really feeling it. So I looked around a lot, watched a lot of videos, and somehow found the SaaS business, software as a service. You might know that if you're a bit familiar with programming. It's basically turning your problems into a project. So basically for me that would have been maybe project management, and then make some kind of tool that helps you manage your projects or overcome a problem that you have. I had a few ideas on what I made. I in that time made a simple app to test out project management using AI. So basically you have like a large to-do list and then give that to an AI, and the AI then manages your to-do list for today. And I made that. I had a lot of fun while doing that, learned a lot. Also for school it probably wasn't all that bad, but it was just not what I was doing on my YouTube channel, and also there was the bit of a different field. So yeah, in conclusion, what happened, it was just some bad problems, me not really planning my stuff out, breaking two things. So I broke 2 servos and then my 3D printer, which caused me to delay the project even further. And that all just piled up, and I was just a bit depressed about the project and wanted to do something else, clear my mind. And I think by that I completely emptied my mind of that project, because 4 months is a bit much for trying to stay away from a project. But from now on I will try to make more videos, or not try, I will make more videos until the ARM is finished. I will do again weekly or every 2 weeks an update. I will manage my project using Trello from now on, using a Trello board. And I hope I see you in the next videos when I'm back to my usual devlogs. This time better management of my projects, so that the videos aren't that boring. And I see you guys in the next one.